Nix to the air.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were very good last week.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
And he's got his man on the out route. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
Go!
First carry here for Ken Walker.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
2nd and 6. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Seahawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ready?
To throw, here's Nix. Ball tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week. And he can't do it all on one throw.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When you look at this Bronco defense,
they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
now a 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Ready?
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Back to throw.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Drew Sanders.
And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Hold it ready. Let's go. Take go.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Ready.
Working out of the gun is Nix.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32
here
on
we
3rd down.
Go.
Now it's Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
60 Bison. 60 Bison.
To throw is Nix.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think there he had to come off of his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get it to a secondary guy, unable to get that play completed.
Checked down, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete.
Cougar 19. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Ready, ready.
Throwing Nix.
His throw caught at about the 5.
And the Broncos are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Timberwolf. Hut, hut.
Hubbard will score. Touchdown, Broncos.
A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 to score as they begin 1st and 10. Oh, Walker showing the power, and he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 3.
He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Well, that time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end, have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really nice play coming off the edge.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Taken from just outside the 30.
13 yards the tally on the return there.
And the Broncos take over. First down and 10.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Here's Nix.
And this is going to be intercepted.
The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
Ready?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Let's
But
go.
the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line.
And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm is going forward. Incomplete pass. They'll look to throw here.
Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson.
And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. These two teams all tied after 1. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fielded at the 43.
Punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10.
Set. Say, hey. Buffalo 18. Hut.
They'll give this to Hubbard running right.
And they go backwards here, losing
Set,
yardage
set,
back
set.
at the
Let's go.
48-yard line.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Set, go.
2nd and 13. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And the Seahawks are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. Okay, he didn't break down all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Reek Woolen.
And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. Touchdown, Seahawks! From 6 yards away. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's good. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Ready. 60 Eagles. Ready. Go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
He'll find Shaheed out to the right.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down.
But there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Well, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 15.
Throwing to start the drive. Nix. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Successful start to the drive. 17 yards. It moves the sticks. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Nix from the shotgun. And that one drops down. Incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. The Broncos at 1-6 now. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go, set.
They'll look to throw again. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
And he takes a shot at the end of that play.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
A big play that time for the Seahawks. 44 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They're going to look to throw.
Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. And the Seahawks are going to be looking at a 1st and goal as he's out of bounds at the 3-yard line.
Let's go now. Go.
Walker is in. Touchdown, Seattle. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Throwing to start the drive. Nix. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
How to approach this? 3rd down and 16 yards to go.